Hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight.
Hey everyone.
We are so excited to be here with you tonight.
Yes,
we are live on January 30th. I can't believe this month is already over.
Me either. It has just flown by. Seems like it was just Christmas yesterday.
I know it. This month has gone by so quickly.
Yes. Hey Casey. Hey Kim.
Hey Kim. Hey Casey, thank y'all so much for joining us. Well, we are just so blessed to be here tonight with you guys. We have a fun project.
Yes, we're not going to do our typical wreath tonight. We've got something a little different, but it is going to be fun.
Yes, this project that we're doing tonight, this little DIY craft, it is fun, it is simple.
Yes.
And I think you're really going to enjoy it. And we're excited because we have teamed up with SureBonder. We've got a really great coupon code for you guys tonight.
Yes, we have.
Hey Amy, hey Karen and Cindy, Teresa, welcome. Thank y'all so much for joining us. And if you know someone who might like to know about this little DIY project that we have, then just go ahead and share this video.
Yes, we would love that.
So thank y'all so much for joining us. I'm Amanda. This is my mom, Sherry. We are mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we teach you how to transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
Yes, we do.
If you have watched us much, you know that we mostly do floral wreaths, but today we're going to be making a fun hydrangea door hanger.
Yes.
I got this, actually was inspired to do this little project because I was in New Orleans for my anniversary a couple weeks ago, and I saw this really cute hydrangea door hanger hanging up in somebody's front yard. They actually had it on their gate. They didn't even have it on their door, but I absolutely loved it, and I sent her a picture of it.
Yes.
I said, we have got to do this. It's so cute.
It was cute, and so we decided, I decided which flowers we were going to use, and we have got the things to make it.
So we started playing with things and trying to figure out exactly how we could do it and how we could make our own.
Yes.
And so we just want to share it all with you. Hey, Suzanne. Hey, Debbie. And LaDonna. And Phyllis.
And
Bobby.
Andrea. Hey, Andrea.
Diane. Lots of familiar faces. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
All right. So like I said, we've teamed up with SureBonder. We've got a great discount code for you guys tonight. You know, if you watch us often, that we love our SureBonder glue skillet and our SureBonder glue gun.
Yes,
and
we do.
We have a 30% off discount code for you tonight. If you would like that code, you just need to comment with the word glue, and we will send that over to you.
Yes, we've got the pads as well. We did find out those are out of stock right now, but they are coming back quickly, and they are going to be amazing.
Better than ever. So you guys, when these come back, y'all you're going to be blown away.
Yes, you are. They are going to be wonderful and perfect for the wreath makers.
Hey, Barbara. Hey, Julie. Well, thank y'all so much. We are going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to tell you what we're making. We're making a hydrangea door hanger.
Yes.
And we've already got one of our pieces made. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you this. This is going to be one of the pieces. And then we're going to show you exactly how to make this and then how to put it together so you make one nice, pretty hanger.
Yes.
So let's first start out by going over what kind of materials that we need to make this little fun project.
Yes. Now, we are using some little styrofoam balls. These are the 4-inch balls. You could actually do these with 2-inch.
You could.
Or you could make them larger and use a 6-inch ball, but these are the 4-inch. We're going to be using 3 of these.
Okay, and you can get that at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any kind of the craft section of, you know, any kind of store like that. You can find those. They're really easy to find.
Yes.
Now, the one that I saw that I got the inspiration from in New Orleans, it was smaller than this. But we wanted ours to be just a little bit bigger, so it stood out just a little bit more. We have a larger door that we want to hang it on, so that's why we chose to use the 4-inch.
Yes.
Now, if you did want just a little, you wanted your balls just a little bit smaller, you could do the 2-inch, and it would work perfectly. And actually, you'd be using less material. So
yeah, you would, as far as the flowers. And we are using 3 different colors of hydrangeas, and we are using the stems. So this is taking 3 stems for each color that we're using.
And now we're using these from Hobby Lobby. Okay. Now you want to make sure that you get these on sale when Hobby Lobby has them for half price. But you can use really any kind of hydrangeas. You can even, we're using stems, but you could just use a hydrangea bush from Walmart or, you know, Michael's,
as long
anywhere
as you
like
fill
that.
up your little ball,
You just want enough of these little blooms in whatever color you're using, or these little petals in whatever color you're using. You want just to make sure that you have enough to cover a whole ball.
Yes,
okay?
and we're using floral pins. If you don't have floral pins, you could just use straight pins. That would be fine. You would really only need 3 of those. We also are using an embroider hook, hoop, that we will be covering with burlap, and we've got burlap ribbon that we are going to be using.
And now we are using burlap, but you could use any kind of ribbon.
Sure, you could.
I mean, any kind would look good with this. You know, you could use. We just kind of wanted kind of a natural rustic look, so that's why we chose the burlap.
Yes, and so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start covering my hoop. And I'm just going to, first, I've got a little stick that I use for glue, and I'm just going to glue my end on right here and just glue it down. And then I'm just going to literally start wrapping. And I'm just going to make sure to wrap the whole hoop here.
Yeah, and like I said before, we're using our glue bonder glue skillet. We love the folks. That didn't even make sense. I'm sorry. We are using our Sure Bonder glue skillet. Y'all, got tongue-tied.
Been one of those days.
It's been a long day.
Yes.
So we're using our Sure Bonder glue skillet. We love this thing, and I highly recommend it. This and their detail glue gun. So if you want tonight's coupon code, just comment in the comments with the word glue, and we'll send you over that 30% off coupon code. So while she is covering her embroidery hoop,
and all I'm doing is literally just wrapping it around and just making sure that I come over just a little bit and just wrap it.
And while she does that, I'm going to go ahead and make a little bow to go on it. You could make a bow. You don't even have to make the bow. You could leave that part off.
No, you could leave it off if you didn't want to.
But I think it will be cute, and I'm using my Bowdabra bow maker, which I love to use. So I'm just going to take my wire. This is going to be a really easy, just a little double bow. So I'm going to take my wire. I'm just going to put it right down in my bow maker, just like that, and I'm going to just tuck it under. And you'll see while I'm doing that, she's still just wrapping it around, just all the way around her hoop. So this bow, I actually don't have a whole lot of ribbon left, so I'm not even going to make tails for this bow. It's just going to be a little cute little accent bow. And when you guys hop on, make sure you tell us where you're watching from. I know we have a lot of viewers on here that are familiar with us, and if you are, wonderful. And if you're not, we would love to know that in the comments too. I'm Amanda. This is my mom, Sherry.
Hi there.
We're the mother-daughter design team at Grace Monroe Home, and we love sharing all kinds of little projects with you.
Yes, and now all I have done now is I just glued the end so that I've got my hoop. I've just got it around, just like that. Okay.
Yeah, and if you'll look, I'm going ahead, like I said before, I'm making my burlap bow. I'm making my hoops my loops on my Bowdabra. They're about 5 inches. This is not going to be a huge bow. Like I said, it's just as an accent for the hanger. So my first loops are going to be about 5 inches. And then my second loop is going to be about 4 inches. So I'm just going to make the second loop just about an inch shorter than the first one, or smaller than the first one.
And
hey, Janet, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight.
And while she is doing that, I'm going to take my styrofoam ball and I'm just going to make some holes, probably about a ½ inch apart. And I'm using a drill bit just because that's what I had handy. Anything that's just pointy that is about that size, or about the size of the stem that you're going to be using. And you just go around and just make you some holes all around the whole ball.
Yeah, and I will mention that if you're not used to using this styrofoam, it is very, very hard. And so it's a little bit hard to get your pieces of your petals in without making these holes.
Yes.
So it just takes a few minutes, and it really does help you out in the end and makes it a lot easier.
It definitely does. And if you make some, extra little holes, that's okay. They're not going to be seen, so you don't have to worry about that. But just make sure that you've got holes all the way around your ball.
And if you'll notice, so I've got my 2 larger hoops. I have my second loop that's just about 1 inch smaller, and then I put like a little, just a little bitty, about 1 inch, 1.5 inch loop right there in the middle, and that's just going to be the center of my bow.
Now, while she's doing that too, I've got my holes in my ball here, and I'm going to take a piece of my burlap, and this piece is, it's about 20 inches long. It just really depends, and I'm probably going to end up cutting some of it off, so we'll see then how long it'll be. But what you're going to do is on one end of it, you're just going to fold it so that you've got a point.
You almost want to make a triangle.
Like a little triangle. Just fold down the 2 ends, just like that. And I'm going to take a floral pin and take my ball, and I'm going to dip my floral pin. If you're using straight pins, that's fine. I'm going to dip it in, and then I'm just going to push it into my ball.
And I will say, if you're using a glue gun, that's fine. You definitely don't have to have one of these glue skillets. If you just have a glue gun on hand, you would just do the same thing. You know,
yes.
You just put
That's just going to be my hanger, just like that.
A little dollop of glue on there to make sure that it stays well.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to hold my pin in. So I have done that on this one, as you see. And this is going to be where I've started my ball. And now to cut the...
yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to cut these off.
Yeah, show that. Okay.
I made my bow, so I've got my bow ready. So it's just, like I said, a little accent bow. I love burlap. I love to work with burlap.
Yeah, that is so cute.
So let me show you what it looks like once it's cut off, because I've got a pile here just to make it a little bit quicker and easier that I've already cut off. Okay, so these right here I already have ready. She's kind of started a little bit making hers, so she's going to finish up on that ball, but I'll show you exactly how I cut these from the stem that I was using. So you've got your whole stem right here. Like I said, you could use a bush, no problem. Wouldn't be a problem at all to do that. You just want to make sure that it has enough of the blooms so that you're going to get a good full circle, because you want it to be like a round ball.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I'm going to go ahead and cut this from the stem just to make it a little bit easier to handle and maneuver. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. We have a lot of you on. For those of you who are first-time viewers, thanks for watching. And if you are actually watching the replay, just put #replay in the comments and let us know that. We always come through here and like to comment on your posts and answer any questions that you have. So feel free to let us know if you have any questions in the comments. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it really, really close to that, to the stick, and I'm just going to start cutting these off one by one. I'm going to cut off my petals. I try to get them as close as I can. So I try to cut as much of the stem off as I can, or, leave as much of the stem as I can. So cut it as close as possible. So it ends up looking just like that. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh, thank you so much for sharing, Barbara. We appreciate that.
Yes.
So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to cut off every one of them just like that. Do you want to show them how you're putting those in?
Yes. What I'm doing is I'm just putting some glue on the end, and I've got my little holes in there, so I'm just sticking it into my little holes like that. And I want these fairly close to the ball so that they're, more dense. So I put them all the way just about to the end of the stem here, up against the flower. I do leave not much at all, probably just not even 1/4 inch of space there. But just make sure that they're all even, so that you've got them all out the same distance. If you wanted them to be smaller, you could even put them closer in, but I'm leaving them out just a little bit.
Now, one of the reasons why I said earlier that it's a lot easier if you go ahead and you make your holes, just use, like we used a little drill bit, but you could use your scissors or really anything just to make little small holes. And the reason why is because when you cut these petals off of the stem, they're not very hard.
No, they're
So
not.
they're not really hard enough to push into that
through.
styrofoam.
Exactly.
So that's the reason why it just makes it a whole lot easier if you just go ahead and put some holes about a 1/2 inch apart and just go all the way around that styrofoam, and it really does just make it a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Wendy, and thanks for watching. Oh, Susan's asking on the live broadcast what you did to your wrist. You want to tell them?
Well, I can be clumsy sometimes, and I was going from my shop into my house and tripped going up the stairs. My dog was trying to beat me in the house, and he ran under me about the time I was going to step, so I was trying to miss him, and I fell. That was this morning, and so I just kind of sprained it. It's fine. It's a little sore, but say a little prayer if you don't mind.
That's a right hand.
I have this my right hand, and I am right-handed, and so I'm just having to make do with it. But
Sandra was asking a good question. She said, does it take 3 hydrangea stems to make 1 ball? We're using 3 hydrangea stems, but we're using a 4-inch ball, which is going to make our balls pretty large.
Yes, they're
large. And
large.
I mentioned earlier that if you want just a good medium-sized ball, you probably want to use the 2-inch. We specifically wanted larger balls for the project that we're doing, but use the 2-inch styrofoam, and you'll probably use 1.5 to 2 hydrangeas.
Yeah.
Hydrangea stems, if you're doing that. Now, if you're using the bush, it'll probably take a whole bush.
Yes, definitely.
But if you're just using the stems, if you use the 2-inch ball instead of the 4-inch like we're using, 4-inch takes 3, but the 2-inch would take about 1.5, maybe 2.
Yes, it really just depends on how large, and you know, you don't have to just use 3 of the balls. You could do 4,
or you could do 2 balls. I've seen them with 2 balls.
I have 2.
So yeah, it's really, I mean, all of it, it's just your preference, really.
It is.
You could do any color combination that you wanted. We're using rose and burgundy and cream, kind of like for Valentine's Day. You know,
right.
Pretty.
But it definitely is your preference. Just got 1 or 2 more for this one.
Robbie asked, what do we do with the hydrangea balls after we're done with them? We're going to show you that, Robbie.
Yes, we're going to show you.
We're going to show you.
These are going to be a door hanger.
Yeah, we're going to put it all together and make a really pretty door hanger with it.
Yes, and this is great if well, I'm going to have to make a hole right there. If you just want something besides a wreath, then this is perfect.
And Debbie was asking what kind of wire cutters we use. Let's see, Debbie, these are Stanley wire cutters. This is what we tend to use. We've got a couple different brands. This is our favorite. Now, we don't use the floral wire cutters. We use the big dogs that you get from like Lowe's or Home Depot.
Yes, definitely, because they do cut a lot better. But there you go. So now we've got one that's the rose color. We've got one like this, and now we're going to have the burgundy one. Now, here's my hoop. Okay, so I have covered my hoop, and I'm going to hang my first one, and I know that I want this to be about from the top here to the bottom about 30 inches, because that's going to make a really good statement on a door. So I'm going to make sure that the bottom one is hanging about 30 inches from the bottom of the ball to the top of my hoop. So I'm going to say that's about right about there. So I'm just going to...
And somebody in the comments was just saying that they love our super cute aprons. Thank you.
Thank you.
And these fabric flowers we have made ourselves.
Yes, and we're going to have a
we wanted to kind of accent them a little bit, and so we made these ourselves, and we're about to do a tutorial for you guys
on those.
They are so easy.
They are easy, and
they're really cute, right?
Yep, they are. Okay, now as you see, because I've used the embroider hoop, I've got this end that's, you know, kind of bigger. So that's where I'm going to glue my ball onto. So I'm just going to, I have cut it off just a little bit, and I'm just going to come over and just put some glue here, and then just glue it to it, just like that.
Yeah, and while she's doing that, I'm just going through again and just sticking my hydrangea petals in, and it makes it so easy because I already have those holes poked into my styrofoam. So I'm I'm just sticking them in the glue. If you have your glue gun, you could use that. And I'm just putting them right into the styrofoam. And now if y'all are interested in one of these glue pots like we have that we love, y'all comment with the word glue and we'll send you the discount code for that, because we do have a great 30% off code.
Yes. Okay.
Probably need to go through and add a little more.
I'm going to put some more glue and move it up just a little bit.
I'm going to borrow that, what's this called? Drill bit. I couldn't think of what it was called.
Yeah, the drill bit.
Yeah, we're using an embroidery hoop.
Exactly.
That's what we're using for the little...
Okay. Face. Now I've got it like I want it. Okay. So, I have this just glued on just like that. So now I'm going to take my second one here, and I know that I want this one to hang a little bit shorter than this one. So I'm going to figure out exactly where that one's going to go, right about here. And I'm just going to, I've got a little extra burlap here, so I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm just gluing that to my hoop.
You know, this really is so easy to make. It's really simple. Anybody can make this.
So pretty. It really is. These would be great for a wedding. You could do small ones to go on the pews.
Yes, they would be so pretty on the back of chairs.
On the back of chairs or on the pews.
Definitely. Yeah, somebody said they just hopped on and they're wondering how we did the ribbon to the can you tell them one more time?
The which?
How you put the ribbon onto the ball. How are you hanging it?
Oh, okay. All right. I'll show you just 1 second. So I've got these two, and then now the are they talking about this ribbon?
I think they're talking about this ribbon.
All right. What you do, this is going to be that ribbon, for instance. Okay. You just fold down your sides into a little V, just like that, and then I'm using a floral pin that I'm going to stick through this and stick it directly into the ball. Let me see if they can see this up close. So I've got a floral pin stuck in there. Now, if you don't have floral pins, you could use just a straight pin.
Use a straight pin.
I do think that you should glue it, so I just dipped the end of my floral pin in here in the glue, and then put it through my burlap and then into the styrofoam ball, just like that. So it was easy.
Yeah, I could actually I think I put mine a little bit closer than I had to. I could actually use a couple more blooms, but once we get it on,
you're not going to be able to tell it.
I don't even think I'll be able to see it. Yeah.
Okay, so now we know that we're going to have this one.
Yeah, and you really want to make sure that you don't have them, you don't want them in a line.
No.
You do want to have them kind of varying
kind of
length.
Stacked a little bit.
Hey, Lori, thanks for joining us tonight.
Amanda? Is that good?
I think that looks great.
Okay, so...
What do y'all think? Y'all like it like that?
Does that look good?
I mean, you could do it any way you wanted to, but I kind of like it like that.
So I'm just cutting off my excess burlap here. And then I'm just gluing this. So every one of them you're just going to glue to your hoop. But there's so many things. I was thinking about all the ways.
And if you wanted to be like super fancy, you could sew it, but you know, we do the no-sew way.
Yes, I do everything no-sew.
We do things the easy way.
Yes, we do.
So in the glue, the Surebonder glue skillet, it holds, it's fabulous.
It holds it, it's perfect.
Yeah, Susan, you're right. It's so different. That's why I loved it too. Like I said, if you missed my story before, my husband and I were on an anniversary trip in New Orleans, and I walked by this gate that had some of these hanging on it, and I was like, I took a picture of it. People were probably thinking like, why are you taking a picture of my gate? But I took a picture of it. I sent it to her. I said, we need to make one of these. It's so cute.
Yes.
And it's different. I mean, I'm always looking for stuff that's different. So y'all know this will end up on my door, right?
Yes, of course. Everybody
So that's why I wanted
that.
it extra large, because I have a pretty big door. And so y'all know how it is. If you watch us,
Where's
you know
my
most stuff
wire
ends
cutters?
up on my door.
I need my wire cutters. Now she's still in my wire cutters. Now, this, I'm going to glue this bow on. Now, you could wire it on if you wanted to, but I just want it to be right here. So I'm just going to glue it. So I'm just taking...
Now, I mentioned earlier that I did not make tails for this. You could. You could make tails.
Sure.
You could really do anything with it. I even thought, earlier, I almost used this. I thought this would be pretty with it, but I ended up just using the plain burlap. But I had some of this lace burlap that I thought would be really pretty, especially if you were making them, like she mentioned earlier, for weddings. I think like 2 of those on wedding chapel doors would be really pretty. Or you could even put them on the back of chairs. You could make the smaller ones. I will mention again that we used the 4-inch balls to make them, so it did make our hoops, our balls bigger.
But look how easy
you could definitely use the 2-inch, and it would make it a little bit smaller. And it's just so cute. I love it.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, Bonnie, I love the colors too. I just think it is
so
really super cute
and so easy. Anybody could do this. This is just so easy. And now, like I said, you wouldn't even have to put a bow here. If you can't make a bow, you can't tie a bow or something, you don't even have to do that. You could just hang it up just like it was.
Yeah.
It'd be fine without it.
And you could do them in any colors.
You could do any colors.
If you found hydrangea bushes in like purple, lime green, I think that would be really pretty. You could only do 2 if you just wanted to do 2.
Sure.
You could do 3. You could do 4 of them. I mean,
yes, that you could do any number, and like I said, that you could just think of so many things that they'd be good for.
I did have a question in the comments here in the live broadcast, so I will mention that. Somebody asked about the glue that you use in the glue skillet. Now,
yes.
This is a really great, this is Surebonder's professional glue skillet. And we have been using their glue skillets for about the last 10 years. Now, they used to have one, it was a square one, and I know some of you guys have probably seen it. I have one somewhere, but I don't have one right where I can get to it. But it almost looks like a little frying pan type thing, like a square frying pan. And it was great, but they upgraded this past year to this professional grade glue skillet. It's got an on and off little button
switch,
that I love.
and it is electric.
Temperature control. It heats in like 5 minutes. Love it.
Yes.
But this is the glue that if you're going to order those, you need to get this.
The glue is amazing. It really is, and we have
somebody
used all
told
kinds.
me earlier what you need to
diamonds.
search for.
Glue diamonds. Glue diamonds.
Is that what they said? Glue diamonds on their website. But now they have some big, like 25 and 50 pounds. Don't get those. This is a 1 pound bag, and it will last you so long.
It does. I mean, because once you cut this off, your glue is in here that you haven't used. And, so then you just heat it back up, and your glue is still in here.
You'll reuse this glue. Somebody asked me that the other day. What do you do after you're finished with the glue? You leave it in there. You leave it in the pot, and then you just turn it back on every time you use it, and it just reheats that same glue. So it's awesome.
Yes. Good idea for back of
chairs.
Sandy,
that's what I was mentioning.
Yes, Sandy,
you could make
I think
smaller ones.
Yes, I think just using like the 2-inch balls and making some smaller ones, you could still do 3
and then
for the back of the chairs, or you could just use 2 or even 1. One of them would be cute, hanging from the back with a cute bow. But yes.
Yeah, and I mean, you could coordinate with whatever colors they were doing for their wedding. That would be so cute. And
wouldn't it?
Yeah, and somebody has asked us. Well, we get this question a lot. Like, what kind of flowers do we use year round? And hydrangeas are one of those flowers.
Them year round.
We make things with hydrangeas year round.
Yes.
I mean, they're those flowers that you can pretty much find in any color you want. you know, any time of
Yes.
the year. So you could really get these to match, you know, whatever theme you were going for. That's why I really liked them. And like I said, I saw them when I was walking through, like,
Yes.
one of the streets in New Orleans. It wasn't Bourbon Street, but it was one of those nearby streets.
Yeah.
Walking through.
Not Bourbon Street.
Walking through, and I saw that, and I was like, you know what? We have got to try to make that. So
Yeah.
I thought it was really cute. And
It
I thought
was.
you guys would like it. So I wanted to share it.
Yes, and as soon as she sent me the picture, I said, I am making that
Yeah.
because I just loved it.
And like I said, that one will probably go on my door.
No, it will not. She's not getting this one. I'm going to keep this one, maybe, for about 5 minutes.
We'll share it.
For about 5 minutes until she gets it.
Oh my
She'll
gosh,
sneak
Bobby,
it.
yes, a baby shower would be great. You could
Wouldn't
do
that be
light, well, I don't know what her
cute?
theme is. You could either do her theme colors, or you could do like a light pink hydrangea and a hot pink hydrangea.
Yes, wouldn't that be
like
cute?
different shades of
Yes, or blue
pink,
if it's a boy,
or
but
boy.
whatever.
I have
yeah.
girls, so you know.
Yeah, we automatically think
I
girls.
automatically
yeah.
think girls, but
Yeah.
yes, if it's a boy, you could do blue.
Yes, you could. Yes, so there's all kinds of uses for this, and it is different from your, typical wreaths. So that, we love wreaths, of course, that's what we do, but this is something that, is just something different,
Yeah,
and I love it.
And guys, if you do want to get that 30% off code for any of this glue, anything on their site, actually, these are
Yes.
Surebonder, these little silicone pads over here.
Oh, we love
We love
Surebonder.
Surebonder.
We love all. I mean, they really work hard to give us what we need, and they have done that with this glue skillet. It is amazing. It really, truly is.
So y'all just comment with the word glue, and then we'll send you over a
Yes.
message with a link of how you can get it. Yes, you're right, Susan. That's a good idea. Every other day, because we live next door to each other. But we can't
Yes,
get away
can
from
just
each
go
other.
back. Yeah, so yeah,
We live
we'll
next
take
door,
turns.
so we'll take turns. She can hang it
Yeah,
on her
yes.
door one day. Or, it is so simple. We could just make another one. I mean,
Yes.
it's really simple to make.
Yes, they are simple. I think that's probably what we'll do. We'll just make another one, but yeah. Yep. And you really could. You could use any kind. I almost used.
See how it kind of looks hanging up. I don't know if y'all can see that,
Let's
but
see
it's
if I
cute
can
hanging up.
find what I almost used. Well,
And like I said, this one is
Yes.
bigger. This is on the bigger side. but
I
you could
had
definitely
this
get smaller.
this gold, and I almost used the gold, and I still think it would be pretty with just a 1.5 inch gold. That would be pretty, but then I just loved the burlap with it. So, but you could use any kind of ribbon.
Okay, Mary Lou, when we get off, if you don't have Messenger, and that's fine, I will post the link to where you can get it and where you can get the coupon code and the glue. Not a problem.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Joy, I was really excited to make this. I had
Yes,
seen
I
that,
was too.
And when I saw that one in New Orleans, I just knew we had to make it.
Yep.
And I really thought y'all would like it, so I'm glad.
Aw, Bobby, that is sweet. She said that we've got a fantastic group if they're looking, if anyone's looking to increase their business. We are currently closed. The doors are for new members, but we will be opening soon.
Yeah, she's talking about our Design
with the Pros group.
Pros
Exactly.
Club, yeah. So our Design with the Pros Club, we open certain times of the year. We're closed right now, but I'll also put the link in there where you can get on the wait list.
Yes.
And so when we do open up, you'll know all the info and all about that. So I will put that in the link in the comments, that link in the comments, and then also the link to where you can purchase any of the Surebonder products and that 30% off discount code. And y'all just tell Surebonder thank you, because they are so great to our
Yes,
viewers.
because they really are. They go over and above for our viewers, and we appreciate that. We really do. And Wendy, we got these from Hobby Lobby.
Yes, these came from Hobby Lobby. You could use hydrangeas from Walmart.
Yes,
if that's all you have close. I say Walmart because those of you who may not be that familiar with us, we are from we're out in the country.
Yes,
So
and
for us to
an
get to a
hour.
Hobby Lobby,
Yeah.
it takes us an hour.
Yes.
So, we're about 15 minutes from Walmart. But, I mean, that's the joy of being out in the country.
Yes,
There's
it
a lot of
is.
amazing things about it, but, we got to drive to get where we're going. So, I do know that Walmart has some pretty hydrangeas too.
Yes,
so.
they do. And Teresa said that it's so simple, but she can think of so many things to do with it. And that is the truth. That's what I was thinking as soon as I saw the picture that she sent me.
Yeah, that's my kind of DIY project.
Yes.
Too.
I like things that you can think of all kinds of uses for, and all colors. At Christmas, it would be beautiful, red and green.
You could do red, green, and cream.
Oh, yeah, that would be gorgeous. I mean, there's just all kinds of uses for this. So when you make one, make sure to show us. We would love to see what you do with it.
Yeah, post a picture of your creations,
Yes.
because we love to
We
see.
love
We love to
seeing that.
inspire people, and then we love to see what we have inspired you to do. So definitely, send us those photos through Messenger, or you can post them on our page on Facebook. We would love to see your creations.
Yes, we would. And I think it was Margie that said roses would be pretty
you
as
could do
well.
that too.
Yes,
I hadn't
you
tried
could.
it, but
I
yes,
hadn't
that
tried
would be
that, but I
pretty.
don't see why it wouldn't work.
Well, we just thank y'all so much for
Yes, we
watching us
do.
tonight. We have had so
This
much
has been fun.
And
It
I hope that you
has.
guys will give this a try, because it really is easy and it's fun and very versatile.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you very soon.
Thank you.
Have a good night.